Hello everyone, Merxrain here. We're now on episode 10 of our Enigmatica 6 expert playthrough. Okay, so behind me, you might be able to see something new. There is a pipe pressurizer from the Pretty Pipes mod back there. This is hooked up to our power system. And what it does is it makes it so anything that's in the pipes goes faster. The pipes are pressurized so the items can travel a lot faster. You will notice something here, and this is something that might have a way to clean up, but I'm not super interested in finding that out just yet. But see this item on the ground? Let me pick it up. Here we are, here we are. Okay, so I just picked up some coal. So what is actually happening here? Occasionally, when this thing runs out of power and it needs to consume another piece of charcoal, it does, right? It pulls it out from the back through the pipe and it goes in. But before that first piece makes it in, a second piece actually seems to come out, and then it can't go back in because this has output its charcoal into the drawer, and so boom, it gets spit out of the pipe. Supposedly, right? This says, high tiers prevent oversending. So the thought here is if I switch this to the high tier extraction module, it will only send what can be used. So only one would go and not two, which would prevent this. I also have this issue on the logs. Let's take a look. There's probably some sitting out there right now. Look at this. Look at this. Logs all over the place. Now this is turned off. So here we are, the lever is in state off, which means it's not going to be firing ever. But we have this large backlog, no pun intended, backlog of logs, right? So every time a new piece of charcoal is created, we need another log down in our system. And so in order to get that log down in our system, it pulls it out from up here and goes down. Or it can pull it even from that chest over there. Either way, the travel time is so far that it'll send multiple logs at once, and they pop out. So I'm going to have to clean that up, but I haven't gotten there yet. What is on the docket for today? Let's go take a quick look at our to-do board. I modified the board slightly. I moved some things around. Our coke oven and tinker stuff is all over here. But Heart of the Sea. We already know that we need Heart of the Sea from the last episode in order to make conduits. We got one Heart of the Sea while we were out from a chest, but I would like to make more. So today we're going to look into how do we make more Hearts of the Sea. And I have detailed a few steps that we're going to have to do, but a Heart of the Sea will require these algal lanterns. Algal lanterns are going to require glowstone. Okay. They're also going to require algal bricks. An algal brick is this blend of kelp and clay, and you just smelt it. Okay, I have a bunch of clay. There's probably some automated ways to create it too. I've got a couple ideas in my head, but we don't need that today. Kelp, on the other hand, is something that I'm low on. So I have on our list, this might not be what we do today, but kelp farm will be coming very soon. The next thing was glowstone from glowstone bees. Okay, if you remember, many episodes ago when we ventured into the nether, I found 2 glowstone bees. This is great. This is perfect even. But there is a catch, and that catch is this. We look at, let's actually look in the quest book. So if we look at resourceful bees, okay, so here we are, bee nests. Bee nests are great. We can pick them up from the world. Bee nests only produce standard honeycombs, regardless of the type of bees it houses. Okay, so that means we have to collect bee nests or craft them. We can craft them, but then we have to upgrade them. We have to at least get them to a tier 1 hive. A tier 1 hive will require grass, easy enough to find. Planks, also easy enough to find, but gold powder. Gold powder comes from gold leaves, and gold leaves, well, they're going to be another thing on its own. So they come from Nature's Aura. So let's take a look at Nature's Aura. Okay, so Nature's Aura This is actually real quick. So I'm going to go ahead and check the first bit of this one off. Brilliant fiber. This is how we get that gold powder. We use the fiber on leaves. It will spread to other leaves. We break it, and we get gold leaf, and the gold leaf itself can then turn into our gold powder. Okay, so we now know that in order to get to the heart of the sea, we're going to need a supply of kelp and a supply of glowstone. So a little bit of nature's aura, a little bit of resourceful bees, and the kelp, I'm thinking, a create farm. But that's not it, now is it? No. Let's come back and look at this heart of the sea. It's also going to require an alchemy array from blood magic. Well, how do we get to the blood magic alchemy array? This is going to be the easiest way to make spirit fire from occultism. This is super simple. All we do is we're just going to burn the demon's dream fruit, and it will make the fire. Simple. We don't have to do much of occultism to do that at all. Magic clay, on the other hand, is going to take just a little bit of work. We need to make some enchanted ash from Eidolon, which is just bones smelted, easy. Some clay, some lapis dust, also easy. But we need mana powder. Mana powder is not too bad either. It comes from source gems. I have a few. I mined a few between episodes just so that we'd have something to work with. Alright, how do we get the brilliant fiber, though? The brilliant fiber comes from Ars Nouveau. So we need the Ars Nouveau enchanting apparatus, which we know can take some gold, these warding stones, which we can make with lightning, clay, apatite, and source gems, and it takes a conduit. So we have one conduit from our previous episode. We can use it right here today. But that's not it, right? So we also need Sun Metal Blend. Sun Metal Blend is silver and sulfur. This is just a huge rabbit hole, but sulfur, if we want it, comes from cooking. So this is technically, I think, Eidolon. I mean, it says Farmer's Delight, but that's because the Eidolon Crucible was removed. The Eidolon Enchanted Ash and Coal Dust will make us sulfur. However, the cooking pot also requires a conduit. So I think that's covered about all of the challenges we have just to be able to make some Heart of the Sea so we can make conduits, so we can progress further into the magic mods. So there's a lot on our plate. So today, I think we're going to try and make a single Heart of the Sea. And in order to do so, we're going to have to be pretty clever, I think, with how we use our single conduit. And since the conduit that we have can either go for the enchanting apparatus or for the cooking pot, let's take a look at which one we need. Well, we know if I have some glowstone and some algae, well, kelp, I guess, we can make this. That's great. But in order to do this, we're going to need the Arcane Ash. All right, we're going to try making this magic clay right now. So we need 1 lapis dust, we need 1 clay ball, 2 enchanted dusts, 2 enchanted ashes. I believe it was 1 clay. We need 1 lapis dust, which we have a little bit already. And we need the mana powder, which we're going to get from a source gem in a pulverizer. Okay, there's our magic powder. I can hear a spider. A dead spider. Look at all these logs. Look at all these logs. What a mess. Alright, so let's just remind ourselves. The recipe says we put the enchanted ash, the clay ball, the mana powder, the lapis lazuli dust in water. That's all it says to do. I haven't done this recipe before, but here we go. 1, 2, 3, and 4. I think I picked something up accidentally. Poof! Just like that. Poof! Alright. Perfect. All right, now we're going to grab a piece of netherrack, and you'll see why in just a moment. We also need the Demon's Dream Fruit, which means we're going to have to plant a few seeds, I guess. Go do that real quick. Seeds planted. Okay, we have a few fully grown Demon's Dream seeds now, somewhere. There we are. For the time being, we will set up that flame in our basement. And you know what? Before we do anything else, let's just take a quick look at the quest log, because I imagine there are some things that we could be checking off. What did we get from that Scavenger's Delight? Leather and a carbuncle shard. Nice. Alright, so it says, right? Spirit Fire, special flame from the otherworld. Throw a piece of Demon's Dream fruit on the ground, set it ablaze using flint and steel. Do this on a piece of netherrack. That's why I grabbed the netherrack, for a flame that will last infinitely. So for now, I'm just going to set this up about right here. Netherrack. Here we go. Demon's Dream fruit there, and fire. All right. Now, before we throw our magic clay in, I guess we need to get some of this other stone before it counts it, but that's fine. Let's go to Ars Nouveau. Oh man, magic clay is so far down the list. That's all right. Oh, and I need to make a novice spellbook before we can even technically start this. That's okay. Let's go ahead and toss our... We'll just do one magic clay to start with. Arcane Ash. Perfect. Okay, so this should let us craft. Going to go ahead and use it now. Just put it over here. Loop. Oh, that's cool. Okay, so the rune stays on the ground, and we get 19 more crafts out of this Arcane Ash. Good to know. So, the next thing we need to make is one of these lanterns. Let's go ahead and try to do that. We're going to need some clay. I'm going to grab, I don't know, like 4, and let's see how much kelp we have. See, not a ton, but we've got enough to do this. And then if we just craft it together... Take some of these, and we're going to go smelt it. And then you can see in here, too, once this completes, watch how fast it's going to go out. Zoom. Just like that. Okay. What we need is we need this lantern. I'm going to put this in here. So this is a crafting terminal, right? So we are able to say request and get all of the ingredients that we need if it has them in the system. So there's all of that, and it said that it needed an aquamarine as well. So I don't really know how that works, but here we go, aquamarine. Aquamarine and the lantern. I'm going to right-click the lantern into the alchemy array. Okay, and then I'm going to right-click the aquamarine. Ooh, fancy. There it goes, there it goes. Art of the Sea. Look at that. It's that simple. Unfortunately, though, you'll see... I literally only had 5 glowstone dust, so we can only make 1. But this, now, will let us make a second conduit. And in fact, I could go make this right now. So let's go make it right now. Heart of the Sea, Source Gem, 4 Nautilus Shells, 2 Fluorite, 2 Lapis. That looks correct to me. Fun times. Hey, interestingly enough, you get an arrow back from that too. Okay, we will be making a lightning altar for sure. I can just see us needing this over and over and over again. Now that we have our 2 conduits, let's go ahead and first make a cooking pot. Great. And that did get us part of this quest done. However, the brazier also needs a conduit, so we're going to not do that one just today. But let's look at what it takes to make this enchanting apparatus again. The gold, we have gold. The conduit, we have that. The warding stone. Okay. So we know that we need to have 2 of these warding stones, so we're going to need 9 of these arcane stones. So we're going to have to do 3 crafts of this. Clay, source gems, and apatite. And this is, of course, a lightning craft again. So here we are. I'm making an assumption that I can do more than 1 craft at a time. Here we're going to find out. Well, sure can. Sure can. Warding stone obtained. Let's make our enchanting apparatus. Nice. So now that we have our enchanting apparatus, I was thinking I would make some arcane pedestals with an arcane core, and it tells us that we need to have a source jar nearby. And what was the whole point of this again, right? We had decided that we wanted to be able to get to brilliant fiber. The brilliant fiber takes source, and this is the key part that I sort of missed. This source here is something that we can obtain, and we can obtain it from any of these sorts of things. If we look at the magic gate itself, it tells us after you make your pedestal, go right on and make the agronomic source link. And this quest line even tells us to make the sun metal blend. This is like what we need, right? Well, I mean, it was one of the things we needed for 1-bit anyways. But this is the problem. This source link and all of the other source links all require a conduit. So unfortunately, we've already used the 2 of our conduits, because we used one in the cooking pot. Which we also need, we just maybe didn't need it right up front. So, I'm going to need to get some more glowstone, and I'm not going to be able to use the bees, so I guess I'm going to go into the nether. Well then, it would appear I've had some overworld friends join me in the nether. We really have this sort of terrible nether spawn. What we can see up to the north or to the east of us is the normal nether wastes, and we can see a stronghold, or not a stronghold, but a fortress up that way. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to dig up and try to get to one of the upper layers and then dig our way over. Okay, what the heck is this thing? Found some glowstone, and I found a... It looks like a koala. Is it a drop bear? Man, it makes some terrible sounds. Yep, it's a drop bear. I'm just going to assume that it is aggressive. Ooh, we're all on the ceiling. I don't even know if it dropped me anything. Might have dropped coal? Not very useful for me. Oh, you know, there's something else down there. What is that? Drop bear claws. Okay, I wonder if those are Useful flint and steel, animal dictionary, potion of clinging. That sounds neat, right? Okay, we're gonna come over here and get this glowstone. That's primarily why we came into the nether. Baby piglin. Got 54. 54 is quite enough to start off with. I think we're probably going to leave and come back another day. I'd rather not even gather this if I don't have like Silk Touch or Fortune, but I just don't have that yet. So if we look at the map, right, our nether portal is somewhere over here. You can see the straight line I dug east, and this was Vein Miner. It dug way further than I expected it to. But now that we're here, we will be able to go north and make our way to the fortress at a future time. There's Crimson Forest over here, which is neat. Soul Sand Valley over there. Warped Forest. Yeah, we're gonna come back and get a lot more of this stuff later. Getting ourselves another lantern. Now that we got the glowstone. Getting ourselves an aquamarine. And we need to get the Arcane Ashes back. Here we are. Another fancy magical craft. I really do enjoy particle effects and stuff like that. Alright, Heart of the Sea. Conduit obtained. Okay. So we need to make this. Well, you know, let's go ahead and make a pedestal first. Got a pedestal there. Let's go ahead and put this over here as well. A single pedestal obtained. No quest reward, though. Oh, well. So I actually think we need more than one pedestal, right? So the Magic Apprentice thing says to make one, but if we come all the way down to... Oh, you know what? Let's make the book. I'm going to need some purple carpet. Get ourselves 8 wool. So we can put it up here. With our purple dye, get some purple wool and turn that into purple carpet. And then we need to make ourselves the spell book right here. Novice spellbook. Sourceberry pie. Okay, great. And so now if I pull this enchanting apparatus back out, we'll get credit for this one. And this says we need 8 pedestals. So let's go ahead and make a few more of those. That puts us at 6, 7, and 8. Perfect. So now we just need an arcane core. We'll go ahead and request that. Arcane core completed. Rare loot box. Mythical clay. That, I wonder how hard that is to make. Mana powder we already know is not too bad. Emerald dust doesn't sound too bad. Blitz powder. We probably just need to find Yeah, blitzes. Okay, so that's an enemy. And marvelous clay, which takes some more things. Not the hardest thing to make, I don't think. The blitz is going to be annoying. But we have a couple of that ready for when we need it. So we should be ready to make the agronomic source link. We're not quite ready. We're going to need some gold inlays, which are not too bad to make, it looks like. Now, wait a second. Hold on here. This is not the right craft. They really want us to use conduits to make arcane gold before we're able to harvest the source? That is dirty. That is real dirty. Let's see if I have any of that to start with. We have 2, and part of me feels like there might be another one over here. Oh, there's 3. I think we just barely lucked out. Or did we? We need 3 of these inlays, which means we have to do 4 of these crafts. Or sorry, 2 of these crafts? We don't have enough. We don't have enough. We've made a lot of progress today. If we look in our quest log, right, we didn't get super far in here, but we did complete this one. We started to complete this one. You know, this gold inlay is listed over here. We're probably going to need to go down there before we can do this one. If we do come down here, though, Ars Nouveau, we definitely got this one out of the way here, too. We got some things in occultism done as well. So it doesn't really feel like we did a lot. We didn't actually build anything cool. We didn't get to use any of the magic other than shooting lightning arrows. But there's a lot of necessary progress that has happened here. Although I will say the amount of conduits that are needed just to get started is actually quite frustrating. I'm going to make a few more off camera because we're actually out of time for this episode. Please join me in the next one when I have more conduits, when we can actually get to something more magical. And, you know, because we've done so many lightning crafts, we'll probably make the lightning altar next episode as well. I've got some interesting idea for it, I think. So thank you for coming with me on this journey today. Merc Serene, signing off.